Thank you, Judge.
And I'm just putting that on top. Anything else? If not, we are in recess. What time do we coming back?
We don't come back today.
We don't come back today.
No.
We coming back tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning.
Do we have to?
Well, you say so.
Well, if you're going to be that way, I will see you back at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Go back on the bailiff.
And you are, sir? What's your name?
That's Mr. Watson.
Okay, come on up, Mr. Watson. Why don't we handle Mr. Watson?
Hey everybody, welcome to the All Rise Legal Network. Today we just have a bunch of Judge Stevens. I went ahead and edited out a bunch of the fits and stops and some of the slow hearings. You know how he does it. There really isn't any bad Judge Stevens. So I'm super excited to sit here and watch this with you guys. Let's comment as it goes, and don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, hit the notifications so you don't miss any of my content. Have a good day, guys.
I've been waiting on the prosecutor.
Sir?
The prosecutor might be.
Is there, there's not an agreement?
Yeah, it's for time, but he hasn't sent me the amount yet. The amount of what? The amount of time.
Time served.
We can't send you the amount of times. I don't know what it is. Which one is it? It was for probation. Chris Watson, it was for probation, but he said he'd rather just have time. That's why.
That's right.
He said he wanted time.
How much time on Mr. Watson here, please?
Let me look real quick. Give me a second. So he signed up.
It's a state jail felony, right, everybody?
Yes, sir. I just don't know if there's prior to what there is. Let me look real quick.
I don't see any priors in the indictment.
No, sir. For that. Here you go.
He has 159 days credit.
One second. You're, did you grow up in Beaumont? Speak out, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And let me see his criminals. I don't see any other felonies. Do you have any other felony? Nothing? You haven't lived anywhere else other than in Beaumont, Southeast Texas?
Yes, sir.
Is there a loss here?
That's why I'm looking. I'll see, Judge. I had a chance to look at this, Mr. Eckhart's case. Trying to pull up the documents now.
Broke the front glass door. Removed property from the interior of the business.
Yeah, I don't see anything was sent back to us yet.
And somebody's going to have to pay for it. Plus, when he was arrested, Jonathan Konefsky, huh? Where'd you come up with that name? Chris?
He said we.
Well, what did I tell them?
You told him Jonathan Konefsky.
Was my
Is
name?
that the first thing you came up with? That was.
When is my arrest date? What is my arrest date?
The day you were taken into custody.
Yes,
Come on,
what
that you
day
broke
is-
into the building.
What is the date in the month?
What does that matter? Does that trigger your memory in some way? I mean, I don't mean to be smart, but you were there. You know what happened, sir. You called yourself a Jonathan Konefsky, and then they later found out at the
What's
jail.
my name? Do you have my name now? Do you have my name now? Yes. What's my name?
Maybe you ought to just be quiet until I ask you the next question, because
I don't have
I'm
the confusion about what my name is now.
Uh-huh.
They caught him at the scene, Judge. So it looks like it would just be the door because Beaumont has other stuff in property,
Do you have money to pay for the door?
No,
which
sir.
they show the officer put
Well-
in his report. The door is about $100.
So how do those people get their property back?
I don't know. I don't know how they do that.
Just to be back on what I have written on my notes, Mike. Look, the offer was a deferred $600 fine plus restitution, but he told me he was rejecting that. He did not want any kind of probation and he wanted a jail offer. So that's why I said the jail.
We'll just set it for trial.
He, oh,
2 years. Okay. We'll set it for trial and, Mr. Adam can continue to represent you. He's a very good lawyer. It probably would go to trial quicker if you agreed to release him, but that's your business. He's a good lawyer. What do you want to do? Keep him? We'll set it for trial as soon as we can. That is all. What's next?
the Danielle and then.
Thank you, Judge.
I'm ready on board.
Lee Holmes, please come forward. Yeah. Guys. God bless you. Yeah. I love the cap thing. That's nice. Nice touch.
Take off your hat.
Yeah. Hey, you wear that cap in church? You wear that hat in church? I know you're working though. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
How you doing, Judge?
Yeah. Okay. We have an announcement. What do you want to do today?
Just Adam, I gave him an offer in discovery, and he's adamant that he didn't run to my phone. That's a problem.
Well, that's,
He's gonna release me and, don't leave,
wait.
don't leave.
Are you working somewhere?
Yes, sir.
Where?
Net gasoline,
What are you doing? Okay.
installation,
Okay. How much you making an hour then?
23 right now.
Yeah. I'm going to appoint somebody.
You can hire someone.
Yeah. He's making 50 grand in a year. That's a $50,000 job. That's a great job. And the taxpayers can't be paying your way, sir.
How about I hire him?
You can hire anybody you want.
Just come. see
Yeah,
me.
you can hire him.
Okay,
He'll be in my court.
all right, that's fine.
You come see.
Give him the card.
That's no problem. I got you. Thank you, Judge.
Let me see the card. Let me see.
You want to see? Actually, you keep one. You want to the judge.
Your height and weight, you're putting that on you. There's no way you weigh that.
No way.
Oh,
Just
okay.
come see me.
Just get a resetting. Thank
All
you.
right.
And then quite on Mr. Joseph.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm stepping outside right now to sign him up on the plea.
Let's see. Claudia Marks, please. Claudia Marks. 22-39815.
No, here. Okay.
Claudia Marks.
There you go.
I've got some more that I don't have. Do you have another stack?
No.
Really? Okay, I think I know where this is. Here she comes. Come on up. Thank you. Claudia Marks. That's you? Here she comes. What'd she say? Good Lord, that you don't bring a phone in on a phone, talking to somebody on the phone. Turn that off, please. Turn the phone off. Thank you. There's no calling in the courtroom. No, turn that off. Thank you. Let's devote our attention to what's going on up here. Thank you. You were Claudia Marks, correct? You're charged with arson, the first degree felony. You're looking at a life in prison here. So it's very important that we negotiate through this forest properly. You have Miss Mantalini helping you. Are you still at Lake Arthur?
Yeah.
The same unit? All right. I remember it's an announcement today. What do you want to do?
I would request some more time in case I might be filing for a request of an examination. Which if,
It's 2 years, going on 2 years.
yes, sir. I believe that's what I'm going to do, and if the judge will give me 1 week to get that filed, and get it filed actually later today, but I'm not comfortable going forward without her being examined, so I know where we are.
All right, Ms. Marks, are you working anywhere?
No.
Okay, the income, what do you receive for income? Social Security, how much is that?
$1,600.
1,600? Anything else?
No,
No. Are you living there alone?
yes,
Okay. Does anybody help you though, supply you some money for food or other
No.
things?
no.
Are you able with $1,600 to pay for the where you live and also buy food?
Yes, I get both done.
Yeah, okay. And how do you get to and from the store?
My sister
Your sister
Mhm.
drives you?
or my son, or I have it delivered now. 'Cause I
Okay.
can't go down the steps anymore.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, well, so, and you're living alone?
Yes,
Okay. You don't have any assistance at all?
no,
Okay. You know what you're charged with here?
yes,
All right.
yes.
Now, Miss Mantalini here is your attorney. What do you, Miss, I'm talking to Miss Marks and she seems quite succinct and thoughtful and she knows what her situation is and she's living alone and the money stretches as far as it can. It's obvious that,
Yes, sir.
and she's budgeting and existing. And how did you get up here today?
My sister,
Your sister, okay. That's who gets you around?
Mhm.
All right, well, do you have to go to the doctor regularly?
yes, sir.
Okay, who's your doctor?
Well, I have to go to Dr. Morgan because of my heart
Yes, ma'am.
now, and I have to go to Dr. Dr. Gustenberg.
Okay, where are they located? What city?
They're new.
In Nederland. Okay, well, you're not too far from there.
No, they're.
Okay.
Reports indicates that saw Dr. Mensa at the time in which this occurred. And he is a psychologist judge.
I would just add that, as the court knows, part of the competency to stand trial is the ability to discuss your case with your attorney, and in discussing her case, I'm just not comfortable. I'm sorry. I know we can't get into that here on the record. She's not a trial date, but one reset, I guess 4 weeks, and we'll see what maybe we can.
We get a resetting. Next, right there, thank you. Yes. Ryan Williams.
I called his name earlier, but didn't get a response.
Ryan Williams
Ma'am.
is called.
Go sign that over there and then wait for me outside, please.
In 23 CR 199, that I'm looking for, I have Tiara Collins.
She's an add-on, so I was on that list.
Couldn't find it. Yeah. Tiara Collins, that's with Miss Mantalini. Are y'all ready on anything?
Yes, we're wanting just to address one of the bond conditions.
Come on up.
I'm wearing a shirt.
24 CR 229. Yes, go ahead.
It's showing her phone.
It says an announcement.
That may be how it was here. Miss Collins is on bond for injury to a child.
Yes.
And CPS got involved at the time. And after they did their investigation, she received this written notice of their finding that we were unable to determine, anything. And so she tells me that with regard to CPS, they are okay if she's back with her child. But of course, the condition of bond is that she not be around her child, and she's asking the court to consider releasing her from that restriction so that she can, how old is your child?
He's 6 years old.
Stay with her child.
Well, what's the child's name?
His name is Cashton Collins.
Oh, the complainant, Nick, the victim.
Yes.
Okay, well, all right. You know what? Hold on just a second. Tell you why you don't come to trial in a case where state jail felony alleging by criminal negligence causing bodily injury to a child in front of a jury and say, well, nobody thought that the child was a problem living with me, and we've been living, and there is no exception to the bond conditions of not having any contact with the complainant, especially when the complainant's going to be living in the household. That pretty much wipes out a case. Like we don't know what's going on, but it's the state brought this case. The bond conditions are going to be what they are. If the state feels as though this is a bond condition that needs to be changed, let me know. But what do you think? What do you say?
I don't think the bond conditions need to be changed
It's
at
not
this
going
point.
to be.
Could I ask that, since this is I just sprung this issue on her today because we just talked about it yesterday. If I could ask the court to allow the state, and I would ask the state to maybe communicate with CPS to see what was the situation and see if they feel like there is any condition that would allow her to stay with her 6-year-old. Do you have any other family? No. And then if the state felt like there wasn't a chance to let that go a little bit, then we could come back before the court.
I don't see it being workable at all. I mean, a child is going to be influenced.
Yes, sir.
You can see that one coming down, but what I would urge is, why don't we drop all what we're doing and get this thing to trial as soon as possible?
Yes, sir.
So that if that's where it needs to go, let's get it to trial and let a jury or a fact finder make a decision on it and see what needs to be done. But putting a victim in the home with the alleged wrongdoer is going to be nothing I'd see nothing in fairness and justice about that.
Well, this is very new for me, this case, and I'll see if the prosecutor has any recommendations in it and that I can discuss with Ms. Collins.
Well,
we can't move the case one way or the
Yeah.
other.
I'm looking at the allegation and
It's not gonna change his mind.
I understand, but
I'm not sure.
Anybody to get him. They never removed him from my custody. I don't have anybody to get him. That's the only thing that I promise. I'm not trying to change anything about the judgment. I just.
All
don't
I'm
have anybody
saying
to get.
is
Like,
that-
that would be abandoning my child. I don't have anybody to get him. And
Bond
like,
conditions.
there's no other parent. And that's all.
When the grand jury reviews it and indicts, I'm not in there. We're not in there. Only the grand jury makes a decision. And when they issue an indictment, then the rules of criminal procedure dictate, and nobody ends up palling around with the complainant and the defendant during the course of the proceedings. They don't mix and get together. You don't like it, that's tough. That's the way the rule is. And it's a reason for that, because you put the child in the home, the child's going to get influenced by you. There's no way the child can't be. And what's good for one opens the door for everybody else. They'll go, I'm sorry, I want the Tierra Collins rule. I'm alleged to have abused or assaulted my child, and now I can't have contact, but she's allowed to have contact with her child. And so you are fair, Judge, right? Yeah, well then I'd like just what she's getting.
Yes.
And we have never opened that door in 17 years on my watch.
Yes, sir. I just want to know, what do I do?
Here's what I'm thinking is, truly, I'm looking at these facts of this case, and not to interject, but I think this is something that is very well workable,
Yes, sir.
that would be in the best interests of everybody without too much pain
I understand.
if it can be worked out, and the sooner the better. I'm all for a family unit. Then let's get the family unit back together, but because of the allegations, there could be something that is fashioned between the parties that puts the family unit back together, where you might be on some kind of a supervision and helps you with parenting and discipline on issues, and because children can test you. They can press you, but those are the things y'all have to work on. I would urge,
I just want
if we could get and as quick as y'all can agree on something, you run it up to me as fast as you can, and we can get it resolved.
I would ask the court to hold this file for a little bit and let me talk to her a little bit. I
Oh,
do
you mean
have something
today?
to discuss with her, yes.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. I'll hold it for some.